Welcome to this video on unit conversion. I'm going to try to keep it under 5 minutes, and you learn a really simple method that I call the crosshairs method to convert any one unit into another unit. Step number 1, or question number 1. We're going to actually be doing 3 questions in increasing order of complexity. The simplest one is going to be where you have, let's say you're given 5 centimeters and you're asked to convert this to inches, okay? Step number 1 is you write what you have, your given number and the given unit on the upper left. Now you write what you have, just the unit, on the bottom right so that it'll cancel out. We don't want centimeters, but we want inches, and what you want you're going to put on the top right. Okay? At this point of time, you would need to know numbers that go between inches and centimeters, and hopefully you know that 1 inch is approximately 2.5 centimeters. We're not being very precise here. Step number 3, we do the fun thing of cancelling centimeters so that it's absolutely clear and there is no doubt that we're left with inches. Multiply everything in the numerator, divide by everything in the denominator, and you're left with 5 over 2.5 inches, which is 2 inches. This is the simplest type of problem you're going to be given. Continuing to use the crosshairs, problem number 2, let's pretend somebody gave us a problem where we had to convert, let's say 7 kilometers into nanometers. Step 1 is still the same. Write your given unit and the number on the top left. Okay. Now we need to go from kilometers to nanometers, and most people do not know this conversion. So we're going to make a stop right here. We're going to take a break and go to meters. This is your transit stop, because almost everybody can go from kilometers to meters. Remember, step number 2 or 3 as the case may be is to put your given unit on the bottom. We always work with units first before we plug in numbers in unit conversions. So kilometers down in the bottom, meters up at the top. And remember that 1 kilometer is 10 to the power 3 meters. So whatever conversion you know between these two units, just put those numbers in. To the fun part where the kilometers get cancelled, we are in meter territory right now. This is where we are, okay? So we're going to do the exact same thing now. We really don't want meters, so we're going to put meters down below again. We're going to put what we really want, nanometers. Remember, units first, numbers later. But the numbers do need to come, and hopefully at this time we remember that a meter is 10 to the power 9 nanometers. Fun stuff, cancel the meters, multiply everything in the numerator and divide by everything in the denominator. So you're going to get 7 times 10 to the power 3 times 10 to the power 9, which is 7 times 10 to the power 12, divided by 1, which we're not going to show on screen, nanometers. Done, right? The third level of complexity is where somebody has asked you to convert 6 kilometers per hour, a speed unit, into meters per second. Okay? The only reason this is more complex is because there's 2 sets of units involved. We do the exact same thing. Except please note that I'm going to write 6 kilometers per hour both on the top and on the bottom, because it's actually 6 kilometers for 1 hour, right? Now we're going to deal with 1 unit at a time. This is very important. I don't want kilometers, so I'm going to have kilometers right here. I do want meters, so that's going to go right here. I'm going to do my conversion. 1 kilometer is 10 to the power 3 meters. Fun part again, cancelling kilometers and kilometers. Right? Now you're left with the units of meters per hour. Meters are fine, but we don't want hour. So we're going to do something slightly different. It's actually exactly the same, it's just a different position. Because you don't want hours, in order to cancel it, your new hours are going to have to go in the numerator right here. Okay? And the second unit that you do want is going to have to come on the bottom. So it depends on where you want the units. You know the conversion factor hopefully is that 1 hour is 3600 seconds. Fun stuff, cancel the hours, and your problem's done. This was also a 2-step problem like last one. Multiply everything in the numerator, that's just 6 times 10 to the power 3 or 6000. Divide by everything in the denominator, that's simply 3600. And your answer should be in meters per second. And that is 5 over 3 meters per second. So using this simple crosshair technique, you should really be able to convert any unit to another. If the conversion is not straightforward, A, you can take a transit stop. You can go to a unit that's familiar to you and move on. B, if there are two sets of units, take them one at a time, and this is also a scenario where you need two sets of crosshairs. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments section. Thank you.